Hello everyone, Tatty here, or as I'm also known, Richie Tooties. Of course, if you're my friend or you've watched a previous video, you'll already know that. If not, then I'm wasting your time right now by explaining that you might already know that or not, and in fact I'm wasting my own time too. So without further ado, let's leap straight on. I did ask for some feedback about whether or not I should do another commentary, but I just knew that everyone was going to love it so much that I should just do another one anyway. So here goes. Well, this is a 4-second improvement on a Firebase Dagger speedrun time. Normally I probably wouldn't have posted this video, but it could actually be titled How to Do as Bad a Speedrun as Possible and Still Succeed, because this is quite possibly one of the worst executed speedruns that I've ever been involved in. Tankbees, horrendous deaths, terrible aiming, and just general all-round bad play. Instakills, oh, you name it, it probably happened. With regards to doing a commentary, the soundtrack for this was actually okay. However, there was a live commentary where you could hear Heroic, Navi and Goosh, and I thought I'd actually save you from Goosh's terrible, disgusting, bad language where he swears. You don't need to hear that. I mean, no one wants to hear Goosh saying cunt or fucking this or fucking that. I certainly wouldn't want to hear any of those kind of words in a commentary or even like a live gameplay. So you'll be glad to know that you won't be hearing cunt or fucking or any of those words in this video. So Firebase Dagger. Why did we choose to run this? Well, originally I just thought it seemed one of the most unlikely maps to run, and as most people usually just camp up in the tower or the corridor, thought it'd be fun to actually play the game in a different part of the map for a change. So this is actually the second video on my channel on this map. Very slight improvement. We're running exactly the same strategy. However, this time I'm not so tired that I can't operate at all, and probably slightly improved gameplay from me, just not by much. So we move on to round 3 here, and we have a hack. Actually one of the better objectives to get on this map. Escort and retrieve tends to take so long to do. It is not very good. Disable is even worse potentially on this map than some of the others due to the difficult locations. The fact that enemies get so spread out as you run all over the place. Really probably the best thing to do is to get a hack here on wave 3 and then targets on wave 6 and 10. But anyway, let's talk a little bit about the strategy. Named the map rather imaginatively, and obviously in a completely awesome way, being that I am that amazing. So where you start at the top of the ramp, behind like the tower and the corridor as we call them, that's that whole area down that side is the dark side. The bit we're in now we have called the L, maybe because it's shaped like an L and not because L is for loser, and that's quite blatantly what we all are. Then the bit we're running up to now, we're about to face up to where the Atlas is, that whole area there going back and just to the right is what we call the base. Now I didn't come up with that name, that was Heroic Mass, so please blame him. And then over where I'm running up to is basically what we call the LZ. What we found when we started trying to run this map is we've got most of the spawns out in this area of the base, and it was the bit that took the longest to clear. So we decided to try and push stuff out onto the L, and then have 2 people hitting that, running onto it, and then whoever's up in the tower, in this gameplay it's Navi, can then rain some fire down. The base is a really large area, not much happens there, so being awesome I volunteered to take one for the team and go out here. This isn't some kind of massive struggle fest with a phantom here. I'm just trying to give her a chance. So we're about to move on to the first of the rocket waves, which will be very well executed and very good use of all of our rockets. Generally the first rocket will be underneath the tower in the area that we call underneath. Then quite often you'll get the second spawn up here somewhere in the base, either there where I'm looking now or just on the other side on the adjacent walkway. I think if you could probably hear the live commentary, you'd hear several tankbee missiles going off and a lot of swearing and cursing. Mainly probably from Goosh on this occasion. So not a bad wave considering. Now we move on to the next of the objective waves, which is a disable. Oh no, targets. Maybe it was disable on the other one. I'm obviously going completely mad. And I thought this video I'd also talk about a few little tips, maybe about my build. So, build on my male Quarian with the awesome black and gold trim. Probably the best Quarian that you've seen in terms of like design, and I designed that completely myself. I'm just that talented. But build that I run is I take tactical cloak to rank 4 and extra damage on that 4th evolution. Arc grenades to 6 with damage, the bleed damage, and whatever the rank 6 is, I forget, doesn't really matter. Blowing stuff up, obviously. Actually, it's a shield overload at 6. Then tac scan, I take 6 points in, go for the extra weapon damage at rank 4, rank 5 slow, and then rank 6 actually go for area scan at the moment. It's because speedrunning and some of the other maps, it's quite a useful skill, especially stuff like Rio, where it's very hard to find stuff amongst the crates. And then the rank 5 I take to, that was some amazing rocketing there by the way. If you want to know some real sort of tips in action, then that's how you need to handle firing those missiles. So yeah, the male Quarian, I take rank 4, I go for weapon damage, power damage at rank 5, and then rank 6 weapon damage again. Then I'll take fitness to 4, obviously with the fitness evolution. Oh no, now Navi's been gooshed. What we decided to do is to make the game as difficult as possible, so any improvement over time would just show just quite how amazing we are. And obviously, as the like the lead speedrunner on this mission, the commander, or the whatever you would like to address me as, now that just reflects really well on my leadership skills, and then how well we come out of this and spend another good almost an age clearing this wave, and then still recover to beat our previous best time. I say best time. So having recovered from that amazing wave there, we're now going to move on again to wave 8. I'm not sure if this is another one where I have a couple of really classy rockets, or if that's on wave 9, or if I'm just mainly going to stand around in the corner and not doing much at all. Oh, looks like I'm not doing much at all. Oh no, I do have some enemies to kill. Anyway, so I sort of give you some tips. I mean, for a lot of the speed runs that we do, especially as soon as you start to get to mid-range, the Harrier, in my opinion, is probably the best weapon to be using as a primary weapon because it's so accurate, it does a lot of damage, and to be honest, it's what most of the assault rifles in the game should have been like originally, rather than the garbage that most of them are. It's a shame that we've still not seen some really good damage buffs on some of the other ones, because why would you use them apart from to maybe inflate your own ego to show how much better you are? I don't know. Anyway, this could be good. First rocket goes down, I'm going to get the second one. This is going to be good. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Let's just kill that phantom. Awesome. So tips, take your gun and shoot the enemies until they're dead. That's always a good one. Try not to get killed. If you get killed, then people are going to have to try and res you, and that's going to suck for them. Maybe for you as well. If you bleed out, then you'll be sitting out the game, and that's kind of lame. Some other good tips: get into cover so you don't get killed. Don't always do so well at that myself. I like to kind of gung ho it in there. Mainly try and woe the enemies into some kind of submission with my short automaticity, and that is a word that I came up with myself, in case you're interested. So now we move on to wave 10. Got an escort. Like I said, the escorts in this map are generally pretty terrible. It takes so long. On wave 10, disable can be pretty horrendous. There's so many phantoms all over the place. There's big long avenues of fire onto you, which isn't great. Oh no! No, I thought heroic was out of it there. Anyway, there's other things to sort of talk about now. One of them is, seeing as I run quite often with the same sort of bunch of guys, Navy, heroic, and sometimes I can't get anyone else, so we have to have Goosh, and and I thought we need a good team name for amongst ourselves. I mean, when I used to play with Defleshing and Tidal, that name, I used to think of us as the Forever People after the a particular song of mine by My Dying Bride that I quite like. Only really the live version, the studio versions, not really so good. So I thought we needed a good snappy team name. So I thought maybe our team name could be Richie Tootie's bunch of guys who obviously have nothing better to do with their time and do stupid speedruns. Maybe I guess you could kind of abbreviate that down to or something. I don't know. Don't know other names. Terrible Speedrunners Inc. The Aimless Losers. I don't know. I'm sure I'll get some good suggestions in the comments. So anyway, on to Extraction Wave. Pretty much. We're just making a terrible job of clearing up this round. Pretty bad map for clearing up all rounds in general, actually. And pretty much our strategy for extraction is just to hang around the tower as though we were probably playing it on a normal game. Just make sure someone's on the dark side to stop us spawning there. Someone on each end to just sort of mow down anything before it comes in, and you'll be good to go. Not really a lot else to say. Rocketing waves we handled exactly the same as the trash waves, basically. Didn't really see Goosh or Heroic. They're both on the other side of the map. One of them was sort of starting just from the dark side, the other sort of kind of outside the end of the corridor, blocks the dark side and that end, pretty much forces the first spawn out to the L. They run out, take it. Either I'll get a spawn back in the base near me, or the spawn will probably be on the dark side. Navi can turn around from the tower to work that. Goosh and Heroic will both turn around to hit that. Navi pretty much stays in the tower, controlling the battlefield in this game, telling us where everything is, or getting gooshed from time to time, just to obviously help show how great we are at recovering from a calamitous event. Oh, that's a grand grenade there. So every LZ for extraction needs a good safety place. It's not really a good one on this LZ. It's easier if you've got the other extraction point on this map. We decided we'd use this pillar right here, right at the top, to sort of cower in. Heroic doesn't quite make it and dies like a bit of a chump. Anyway, I'm going to leave you all there, and hope you enjoyed. If not, then I don't really care, and I'll see you all soon. Catch you later. I'll let Heroic Mass have the last word.
What, 13:38? Seriously, we beat our time?